Okay, now I'm gonna make a pork stew. First, we need to make sure we have everything prepared, like paprika, onion, of course, pork meat, which is 1 kilogram, and the flavor. I will use pepper, I will use tomato sauce, and I will use a typical Serbian sauce for stew. And also, it is optional to use rice if you want, of course. But instead of hot paprika, I will go for chili this time. Okay, the first thing we need to do is to put some flavor on the meat before we start frying it. And this is the only time you will use pepper, so be sure to be generous about it. And of course, after pepper, we will use salt. And then what we need to do, we need to stir it until it is until we make every piece covered with salt and of course pepper. Second thing we're going to do with the seasoned meat, we are going to fry it just to the point that it is covered or skin fried in order so our meat can stay in one piece. Instead, uh, if it is not, he can possibly degrade it in hot water or break up. And for this part, I'm not going to take much time. I'm just explaining it. So let's say this is quite enough for piece to be fried. So this part it will take some time and I'm gonna skip it. Now, before we start cooking, the meat is fried. It is recommended to add hot paprika, but instead paprika I will use a chili this time because I like chili more, and this is only for color of the stew. So uh, we don't need to put much as we did for pepper and salt. Now again, we mix it up and try to cover every piece with chili in this case, or hot paprika, or even a sweet paprika, as whichever you like more. Okay, now we're gonna add the pot made out of clay, and then we're gonna fry onion first. The goal here is to get the onion to the sweet orange color before we add next ingredients. It doesn't take much time. So we just mix it all the time so it doesn't get too much fried. What we want here is to get that sweet orange color before we add next seasons, or should I say seasoning. The fire is good. You just need a little bit more of heat. For that I will make a quick pause. Play. Now we gonna add paprika with the smashed garlic. And of course, here you also add a tomato sauce, which is also a very good ingredient. You don't add it too much, just to get the color. And then we mix it and fry it along with the onion. We don't add salt here or pepper, we added it to the meat. We just fry it a little bit, and then we add some water in a few seconds, just to mix it very nice. Now we add one cup of water before adding the meat. Before adding the meat, we want water to start boiling and mix it nice with paprika, onion and garlic, which we added before. Making it in clay pot gives a different taste, unlike the standard cooking dishes, but the process itself takes a little bit more time. And now we can add the meat we prepared before. It is very hot. And mix it all well. Also, if you want, you can add more hot paprika or chili, but before adding it, I think you should always taste the stew so you don't over add it. One more thing, when we add the water, I also suggest that we add a spice. In Serbian it stands for goulash. It is classical spices for a stew. You can buy it in the market. So we add it. It will get the sticky part of the stew for us, so we don't need to do much ourselves. We just add it and then mix it with the water and the rest of the ingredients. After a little bit of cooking, we also add half of liter of water and continue cooking. Thank you for watching and please subscribe. This is for this video about how to cook a stew of pork.